Hey folks, it's the end of May. I've got some finished objects to show you, some swatches to show you, and some fun things to share. I finished 2 things this month, which I am wearing. My sunshine tee from Andrea Gone Knits. I went ahead and joined the knit along. I used Undine yarn from Ritual Dyes. It is a cotton linen blend. It's the first time that I have used a cotton linen blend, and it was very nice. I have some thoughts on it. And then I also finished the first shawl from the Stephen West yarn along this summer, the Rib Vault shawl. Here we go. And you guys, I got real impatient at the end, and after doing some of the little picots, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, so I didn't. And the rest of it doesn't have any picots. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Thoughts on the sunshine tee. Per usual, I made it too big because I haven't figured out gauge and fit and all of that kind of stuff. But it just looks kind of like a relaxed, oversized, boxy tee. It doesn't necessarily look like your clothes are too big, so I guess that's good. It is, because it is such a simple design, and because the cotton linen yarn doesn't have any bounce, it's pretty unforgiving as far as hiding mistakes. So just keep that in mind if you're, maybe a beginner knitter like I am. It's just, there's nowhere to hide. This has got lots of color, it's got lots of texture, it's got lots of pattern, so there are definitely several goobers in here that are just not going to be very obvious, both because it's a shawl and also because there's just so much going on. Another thing that I wish I had done when I knit the hem and sleeves that I did do for the collar was to just kind of quickly, with a contrast piece of yarn, sew a guideline so that it was easier to see where to tack down the hem. I'll throw a picture up, but with the collar, just to make sure I kind of kept everything straight and in line and even, I just real fast with a kind of white piece of yarn sewed in a guideline, so I knew that I was on track without having to kind of go back and forth and undo and redo over and over, which I had to do quite a bit with the hem of the sleeves and the body of the shirt. And so maybe that tip will help you if you're doing something similar. I do love the finish on this top because it's so simple and it's so clean. The finish, it's a great design. I like it. So I finished those, and then the last couple of days I've been kind of wandering around, figuring out what I want to cast on next. The next Yarn Along shawl isn't released until June 3rd. I just finished swatching this morning for the Tenya. I think, I forget who made that one, with Felix in Winterfell from La Bien-Aimée. I bought this a while ago and I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for, and then I was looking at all of my patterns and I was like, oh, this would be perfect for that. I also swatched for Dando Designs Woven Shadows. Here's a picture. Yes, I like to print my patterns out on paper. And I'm planning to do that with this Noro cotton silk blend. I think I'm even gonna go down a size from the last one I did because, I don't know, I just knit everything too big. Haven't figured out gauge yet. But that's fine, it's a learning experience. What else? Oh, I also got like this fun surprise phone call like a week after the local the yarn crawl that I won a prize from Earth Guild, and I have that right here. It's this really nice set of needles from Knit Pro. Comes open, and that little front slot has a set of DPNs and circular needles. Of course, it's got all of the nice notions and stuff that you need. It has this really cute little pair of scissors, and then it also comes with some pretty nice yarn. I think they were doing this collaboration to like show off their yarn. This is Knit Pro Symphony hand-dyed yarn. Terra is the yarn line. It is 75% superwash merino and 25% polyamide. I'm thinking I might actually try socks with this. It came with some suggestions, one of which was like a simple pair of socks. I might try it because, you know, I didn't pick this yarn myself. I have a little bit less emotional investment in it. And I have yet to figure out small circumference knitting. I just use my shorties, which is fine, but I feel like I need to give DPNs and Magic Loop an honest shot, and I might use this and give that a try. But socks don't excite me right now. So I don't know. I can just wait and see when the inspiration hits. Just like using Felix, the La Bien Aimée Felix for Tenya. In other knitting news and other crafting news, I have started reading a book about 20,000 years of women's work. I'll post that because I forgot the name and I don't have it with me. It's very good, and it talks all about like, you know, when we first have evidence of like spinning and weaving and cloth and that kind of thing. And it turns out it was a very, 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 very long time ago. And spinning, like in its absolutely most basic form, as just twisting threads together. And people have been doing that for like thousands and thousands and thousands of years to create, like, you know, rope and sling and slings and, you know, things to help carry things. And so when that kind of technology was discovered, it allowed humans to do more stuff. Anyway, I'm just starting. It's really good. I really struggle with keeping all of the details, so the most I can tell you is that the first evidence of rope, which is twisted plant and animal fiber, is from thousands of years ago, BCE. And that's as detailed as I'm going to get. So I'd recommend that. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this check-in. Let me know if you have tips for working with linen yarn. Let me know what your cast